Friends, it's Michelle from Little Farm in the Valley, and I know this is really strange, the weather around me right now. Can you believe it is mid-December in South Dakota? No snow, weather is like above 50 degrees today. Chickens are loving it, but yeah, it's just very confusing. And it's hard to imagine that Christmas is right around the corner and that there might even be a Christmas without snow. I don't know that I can even remember a Christmas without snow in all my life. So that would be really strange. But anyway, to help us get into a little bit more of a festive mood, we're going to be baking some Christmas cookies today, just some family favorites. So maybe that'll help it. You like Christmas cookies. Maybe that'll help it feel a little more like Christmas because it just doesn't look like Christmas. I mean, we love this weather, don't get us wrong, but it is just a little bit confusing. So for our cookie making day, we're going to be making a couple classic Christmas cookies. We're going to make the peanut butter blossom and the thumbprint, the strawberry jelly thumbprint, but I am going to mix things up a bit and we're going to try to make these cookies sourdough. I've actually, for a while now, made my chocolate chip cookies sourdough, and they are so good. So if you look up on Google or Pinterest, Farmhouse on Boone, you'll find a lot of really good sourdough recipes, and that's where I got the chocolate chip cookie one that I make. And then one of these, the peanut butter one, is from Farmhouse on Boone, and then the thumbprint cookie, I know it just says Amy Duska. So if you're looking for these recipes, look up those two people. And I'm pretty excited. So let's get started on making sourdough Christmas cookies. So we're going to start on the thumbprint cookie. We're going to start with creaming the butter and the sugar. So a half cup butter. And then 3/4 cup sugar. And then we will cream that. There's a half and another 1/4. We're going to scrape down our bowl, and then we're going to add an egg. A room temperature egg is what the recipe says. And then we're going to add vanilla, a teaspoon. I usually eyeball my vanilla. And then our sourdough discard. Sourdough discard is just kind of a starter that hasn't been fed recently. So the last time I fed my starter was yesterday. So this would be considered discard because I haven't fed it today. And we need a 1/4 cup of that discard. I'm going to give it a heaping 1/4 cup. And we're going to just mix up this. Now we're going to add our flour. It's 2½ cups all-purpose flour. And there's 1. I'm thinking of also adding a few poppy seeds to this, because I've seen some pictures recently of people's thumbprint cookies and it almost seems like they have poppy seed in them. So I'll do that too. Okay, there's my 2½ cups flour. A pinch of salt. And baking powder. Half a teaspoon. It's actually also more than a pinch of salt. It's a 1/2 teaspoon, so I'll add a little bit more. I'm so used to everything sweet that you bake, just needing a pinch of salt. It's surprising when something needs a little bit more than that. Okay, I think these are all the ingredients. I'm going to mix these and then I'm going to add some poppy seeds. This is a pretty stiff dough. I actually don't remember the last time I made these, so it almost feels like I've never made them, although I think I have. It's just been so long that I don't know anymore what to expect. But it is kind of a stiffer cookie dough, as you can see. So now we're going to take, I have a 1/3 cup of sugar. I'm going to spread it on a plate. And then I have my, I think this is a tablespoon size. This is anyway the smallest scoop I have. So we're just going to roll them in the sugar. And then press it into kind of a cookie shape. And then this is where the thumbprint name comes from. You make your little indent there with your thumb, and this is where the jelly goes. I'm gonna do some strawberry ones, and then I also have some apricot jelly. I'm gonna try a few of those too. So that's the process of the thumbprint cookie. It looks really good. So I'm trying to work my strawberry jelly in, and my strawberry jelly from this year is actually the low sugar version, so it actually looks a little bit different than the normal strawberry jelly. I feel like it's not as I don't know, bright and sugary. Like it looks, the texture looks a little bit more almost like a frozen strawberry puree. I guess I did just pull it out of the freezer, but I'm really happy with the low sugar recipe. It is still plenty sweet enough. And I just get that recipe from the little packages of pectin. They have the little packets, the recipe packets in there. So I'm really happy with this strawberry jelly. So anyway, there's my strawberry thumbprints. And then I did some apricot. This is not low sugar jelly. So I'm gonna get these baked. So before we bake the cookies, I set the thumbprint cookies aside so I can bake them together kind of. We'll move on to the peanut butter blossoms. So this is a cup of peanut butter. A half cup of butter. And then we're going to do a half cup white sugar and a half cup brown. So we're going to cream these ingredients together. This looks like it creamed really well. So we're going to add 1 egg and get that mixed in. So now we're going to add a 1/2 cup of sourdough starter, also the discard. And then we're also going to add a teaspoon of vanilla at this point. And then we'll mix in those 2 ingredients. And then in a separate bowl, I will mix all my dry ingredients. And we'll get those put in next. Here's a teaspoon of vanilla. So we'll mix this. So we're going to do our dry ingredients. I'm going to measure out 1.5 cups of flour. A 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda. A 1/4 teaspoon of baking powder. And a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. And then we're going to add it to our mixer. Maybe add 1/2 of it at first so we don't have flour flying everywhere. Well, we're going to have flour anyway. So we just put the thumbprint cookies in the oven to bake at 350 for 13 to 15 minutes. Now this peanut butter dough, this is way softer. This is a very, very soft dough. So normally when I'm working with such a soft dough, I like to have a little bit of water to dip my spoon into. I can't even think of the word for this, scoop, to dip my scoop into. I did grease my pan. I should have maybe done parchment, but I greased it, so we'll see if that works. So every now and then when my scoop gets sticky, I just dip it in the water. And it works really well. So we're going to have to use scissors. probably also going to use the water to kind of flatten my cookie, so I can put the Hershey Kiss on there. I think that might be a good job for Stetson, to put these on the cookies. I just realized that there's no way you can bake this cookie with this on here without it melting. I just had a really blonde moment. Good thing I didn't do any more. I've actually never made this cookie. I've ate this cookie a lot, so it didn't click for a while until I was like, well, this bakes for so and so long, and I'm like, wait, what happens to the chocolate as this cookie is baking? So I assume you bake these, pull them out, and then put the kisses in. My recipe doesn't say, since it's actually not a peanut butter blossom recipe, it's just a recipe for a peanut butter cookie that I saw people were using to make the peanut butter blossoms. So I assume they already knew this about peanut butter blossoms, that you put them on after. So Stetson is going to open these, and he says he's only going to eat one. You can't eat any of them. They go on the cookies. Okay? That's like just eating one chip, right? It's not going to happen. Hopefully we'll have some left over for our cookies. So these are the apricot thumbprint cookies, just coming out of the oven. I don't know what I thought they would look like. I guess it looks like a thumbprint cookie. They look okay. So we're gonna let them cool down. And Stetson said he's only gonna eat one, and I have counted 3. So no more. They go on my cookies, okay? So here's our strawberry thumbprint. These look really good. These definitely would have melted in the oven. I don't know what I was thinking. So the cookies have been out for maybe 5 minutes, and at that point I'm pressing them in while the cookie is still somewhat soft. So with these peanut butter blossoms, the first ones, you can see they have a little bit of a glossy look, but they're holding their shape, they're not melting, and the last ones look really good. I had like 2 candies left over for Stetson. So there's the peanut butter blossoms. We're gonna let everything cool down, and then we'll see how they taste. So I tasted apricot thumbprint. That was pretty good. So we'll try a strawberry thumbprint and a peanut butter blossom. I like this. It's a little bit of a drier cookie, the thumbprint, but I think it would be dry even if it weren't sourdough. I'm trying to cut the peanut butter blossom in half. The chocolate did get soft, but it's good that way. This is a really good cookie too. Not too bad, definitely. You can't taste any sour notes at all. Some people are afraid when they make sourdough things they'll be sour, but I don't taste it at all unless I'm just used to it. But I think I'll definitely be making both of these cookies again in the sourdough version. I think they're really good. Anyway guys, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, as always, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so you never miss a video, and we will talk to you soon.